Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In this class number 15, we are going to understand what is array, how to create single dimensional array in Rust, and how to create multi-dimensional array in Rust, and how we can use these single and multi-dimensional array. That we are going to understand. So first question is, what is array? In each and every programming language, array is same. In some languages, array is a heterogeneous data type, and in some languages it's a homogeneous data type. That means like in JavaScript or PHP type of programming languages, we can store value in an array, multiple values in an array of different data types. But in Rust, C and Java, we can store only same type of values in array. So in simple definition of array, we can say array is a collection of values of similar data type in Rust, in C languages also. But in JavaScript or Python or other programming languages, we can say that array is a collection of different data types. Like in array, we can store float value, number value, string value in other programming language like JavaScript. But Rust is very strict on data type. That's why in array, we can have only same type of data. You see the example. I create one new project. I say cargo new, and I say class number 15, and I say array. Then we go to array like this, and here we open this. Here we will do the coding. Remember that. So I'm removing this, and for creating an array, I say let data. Remember this, and we have to initialize like this. I say 10, then I say 20, then I say 30, then I say 40, like this. So we say this as a, remember, like this way, and it automatically initialize it that I32, and we have a 4 value. Like this we can pass in array. For displaying this value, I use for loop. I say I in 0 to 4 because we have a 4 value in it. Then I say here print ln, and I say value of data under this here equal to like this, and I say here that is I, and we have data and I, like this way. So we want to display the value, and I give the space also. So if I run it, I say cargo run, and you see that the value 0, 10, then 20, then 30, then 40. So this array is a collection of values of similar data type. So what I say that array is a collection of values of similar data types. Remember, so it's a collection of values. Means in place of array we can declare 4 variables, but all the 4 variables we are storing in a single variable is called array. So array is a collection of values of similar data type. So we have here values of integer type. We may have string also, we may have a float also, that depend on the use of the array. So this is a single dimensional array. So it's a single dimensional array, and we are using this. Remember, so like this way we can display the information of this array. We may have other data type also. If I say, for example, like this, like this, like this, like this, then automatically it changes to F64. You see, automatically is changing. And once again, if I try to execute this, and you will see the output. So automatically data type is changed. But in place of this, we can also declare like that. Suppose I say this is an array. So I say my array data type is like this, automatically it's coming. But I can also define this. So I say the array is like this. I say F64, or I can say F32, and here I say 4 value I have in array. then semicolon. So like this way we can declare the array, and here I need to pass this one, so data type and the number of values available in array, and then I can initialize. So I say data equal to this. So here I can initialize it after declaring a array. So declaration is like this. You can declare yourself, otherwise automatically with the help of values it automatically identified. By default float value is f64, but I have initialized here f32, single dimensional array. Same output we have, nothing is different, you see. Now if we are having here a for loop in this, and it automatically unsigned values declare of I because it's a positive one, but in place of this we can also use like this data. Remember that if I use data here, because it's a f32, remember that we are getting a value from it, so it is not an index. If I pass as a array here, so this value is f32, remember that this value means it's not a index value, it's a value itself. So I can't do this, I say like this, remember. So I can't display now it like this. I have to say here I declare one more variable for index, because right now I can't take index like this. So I say mute and I say I equal to remember I say I equal to 0 like this. Here I say value, and under this I say, after displaying this, here I say I plus equal to 1, remember. So here I am passing I and here I am passing value, remember this. So I is this one, so I need semicolon also. So I is this one, so index, then next one, then next one, then next one, and it is a value. Now try to execute it once again and you will see the same output, you see 0 1 2 3 4, because by this way we are not able to find out the index, we are getting a value from array. This is the one other way to use the array. Second way to use it, and the first one was I just declared that one also. That was I say I equal to, and I say in 0 to 4, like this way we have used like this. So this is no need of this now. So it was a first way to read the value of the array using for loop, remember. So I make it comment now. Second one is this, I make it comment now. Third way to do this is, this is the array. So third way I can use again for loop, and I say value in data dot iter. So there is a function use iter, we can use this function. This function will also do the same, and you see it displaying the value in a address reference of this, remember. So again I can use this way to copy, to print the information. So I use copy and paste. So this I have to get from here. So I say I plus equal to 1, remember, and the value is this one is a value, you see. Now try to print this again, and you see that again we have the same result. So iter function we are using. But if I want to modify the value of array, suppose I want to modify this value, I say this value should be value equal to value plus 10. Suppose I want to do that. Now I try to execute it once again, and you see that we have the way that we are executing, we are just doing integer plus float. So what I do, I just need to make it as a value because it's a by default as address. Try to execute once again. You see that the problem is, because it's an integer type, it is a float type. So I say as f32, remember. Again we try to execute it. You see, what is the problem? That this value cannot be modified because we have not declared this array as a modified array. So we have to declare it as a mutable first thing, because we are changing the value of this array. Second thing, here we have to use it as a iter underscore mute. This function we have to use to modify the value of the array. Remember that. Now I run once again and you will see the result. It's working fine. So it is not so simple to modify the value of an array in Rust. So first of all, you have to use iter underscore mute function to make it mutable, and we have to declare array as a mute because we can modify them, and then each value we can modify, and we have to convert the data type into float type also. Remember that it's not so easy. One more way to do this is by using another function. So I make it comment here, but before making a comment I copy this and then I make comment. Once again I tell you the another way to do this. So I am not modifying this value right now, I am just I am displaying this. So you can modify as I explain in this way also, but I am telling you the another way to display this. It is enumerate. So by using enumerate, this function will return two value. So I need to create this like this. First one is index and second one is value. So like this it will return a value. Remember that. So this index means I and this value means the float value which we are returning. The same this I we are using here. So no need to make this as a plus plus, because each and every time we have a enumerate function that will return the value of I, the index position, and this will return the value at particular index position. If I run it once again, you will see the same output, and we can remove this because it's showing a warning you are using I variable without using this. So you see once again the same output we have like this. So I have explained you number of ways to retrieve a value from array. So this is all about single dimension array in Rust. Now we talk about two dimensional or multi-dimensional array in Rust. So I make it comment, no need of this. Now once again I make it comment also, no need of this. Now I start again two dimensional. I say let data, remember I say equal to, by default I use the way to declare this. So I say here like this, and I define the value. I say 1, then 2, then 3, again I say 4, 5 and 6. So this is the array of 3 rows and 2 column. So automatically it's showing that 3 rows and 2 column. So this is the default declaration here with the help of initializing the value. Whatever we initialize, we have a data type according to that. So we will modify this and we will declare ourselves also just after this. First of all, we display the value of this. So I say 4, I say I in 0 to 3, because rows we have this 3 rows. Then under this again I define second variable. I say in 0 to 2, remember, and I say print ln, print, I use print only, and here I say data, under this I say this one, then again I use this one equal to, and the value of this, here I say I, and here I say I, then j, and here I say data and I and j. It's simple one. Just I explain you this one same way, first one, this one same, just we can do like this, remember. So This is two-dimensional array, so two loops we required, and try to make a println here, line break here, remember, some space also. Now I try to execute it once again, and you will see that, and it's saying out of index because it's a 0 1 and we are going to 2. So I say 1, here I say 2. Try to execute once again. So we have only one value, this value. We have to execute 3 times. Once again I say 3. You see, all values we are displaying here like this. So this is 1 2 3. So we have a 3 column and 2 rows. Remember that, column and rows. So we have 1 2 3, 3 column, 1 2 3, 3 column and 2 rows. We can display like this also to understand it better. You see, like this way. So we have 2 rows and 3 column. Remember that. So this is rows and this is column. So like this way we can display value of our two-dimensional array. Like this way you can use, and you can use iter function also for that. Remember. So suppose I say data here. So data using this is number of rows, and here I can say it is number of rows, this one, and here I say here rows dot rows, like this. Remember that this value will come here because it's a two-dimensional array, so it will return a row, and this row I am passing here, that it will return a value. So I say value here, remember, and I can display those value like this. I say value like this, and the index which we want to display here, that index we need to create separate variables. For that I can create separate variable. Right now I say let I equal to 0 and j equal to 0, like this, and I say here after that I say here I plus equal to 1, and this should be mute variable, and here also I say j plus equal to 1, and here I can pass I and j itself, like this way. Remember that, and it is a semicolon. It is not declaring the value in a single line, so I say let mute j, like this. Okay, now try to execute it once again. You see, same output is here, I, j and value. So by this way we are getting a row, and this row one by one is reading a value. From here we have a value, so first element, second element, third element. Similarly we can use iter function also. Remember that, same iter function like this we have used, this iter function, iter mutable function, iter enumerate function. So all the functions you can use here on two-dimensional also. So I am not explaining all the things, you can test yourself also. I have given demo on single dimensional, everything same I have shown you here also. So what are the changes in two dimensionals? So we can use for loop, we can use for like this value, like this, getting a row and then getting a column from this value from the column itself one by one. So like this way we can use multidimensional array also in Rust. If you want to modify the value of this, declare here mute, and here use iter mutable, iter underscore mutable, and you can modify the value also. So it depends on you what you want to use of this array. So this is a simple example of multidimensional array or single dimensional array in Rust. So I try to explain it in a very simple way to make you understand in a practical way. So like this way you can understand how to do this. You can test yourself. It is your assignment to use iter mute and enumerate function on second dimension array. If you will do this assignment, then you will understand better how to use arrays in Rust programming language. I think I explain it better. If you understand it, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching this.